What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool Career Mode episode, and let's talk about Karim Adeyemi, who is dubbed to become potentially the next Sadio Mane. I believe that he is the next huge talent coming from Salzburg, and Liverpool are one of the clubs hoping to sign him, and he could sign even for Liverpool in January or the summer transfer window, but other clubs are interested in him, and he just scored a hat-trick on the weekend in Salzburg's 5-0 win, and he had a brilliant campaign so far. He scored goals in the Champions League and in the Austrian Bundesliga. And there has been some huge talents coming from Salzburg. Dominik Szoboszlai, of course Sadio Mane, Naby Keita previously, Erling Haaland, Takumi Minamino, Patson Daka, who is now playing for Leicester City. And it looks like he finally appears to have chosen his next destination after months of speculation. Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich are looking to sign him. Of course, apart from Liverpool, and even Paris Saint-Germain are interested. He is enjoying his best season yet. He's just 19 years old, and this kid is the real deal. He is a terrific player. He has bags of pace, skills and goal scoring ability, and he can play on either side of a striker, as a winger or even as an out-and-out striker. And so far this season his numbers are pretty epic. He scored 14 goals in just 17 games in the Austrian Bundesliga, and he scored in the Champions League 4 goals in 8 games for Salzburg, and also Salzburg qualified to the Champions League knockout stages, and he already is a German international. He scored a goal in 3 World Cup qualification matches as Germany qualified for the World Cup, so it's a very impressive season for Adeyemi. So in all competitions Adeyemi has 15 goals in just 27 games, and that is very impressive, and also that he's doing at the top stage in the Champions League is very remarkable. And his current contract expires in 2022, so it still has 2 years to run after this season is over. And you can't underestimate how much it's a huge achievement for Salzburg to go into the last 16 of the Champions League, because that's the first time in the club's whole history that Salzburg made it to the Champions League last 16, so congratulations to them, and it's a huge achievement for Adeyemi. And according to the papers, Dortmund are in pole position to sign him, but Liverpool and Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain are all interested in Adeyemi. So I just wanted to make a video on him, because I think that Adeyemi could be the next big star, the next big talent coming out from the Austrian Bundesliga. Salzburg is a brilliantly, very well-run club. They have very huge, high professional standards, and it's an environment where young players can thrive and play every week and show the world what they can do in the Champions League or in the Europa League. And I remember Salzburg went to the Europa League semi-finals like 2 or 3 years ago, and they also had some epic games against Liverpool where they lost 4-3 at Anfield, and I remember that Takumino caught the eye in that game as well. And Stan Collymore, the former Liverpool striker, has said that the Premier League title race will eventually become a 2-horse race between Liverpool and Manchester City, and I kind of agree with him. He said that 3 teams are separated by 2 points. Those 3 teams will certainly go into the winter period, and by winter I mean probably until the Champions League resumption, as the top 3, I wouldn't be at all surprised if the top 3 are 6 to 9 points clear of the rest, maybe even more, by the time the Champions League resumes, because it's a mini league now. Grinding out those results relentlessly, week in, week out. I'm still going to say I feel Liverpool will win the league. They've got to have some luck with injuries and the key players and the Africa Cup of Nations. Manchester City have the best squad. They can rest players now, knowing players can come in February, March, April, nice and fresh. But it's a three-way challenge now for the title. And I would expect once we get to the Champions League resumption, we'll end up being a 2-horse race, and I think the 2-horse race will be between Manchester City and Liverpool. And it's hard to argue with Collymore's comments. I fully agree with him. I think it will be fascinating how Chelsea can get Lukaku to score goals, because I think that could be the key of Chelsea staying with Liverpool and Manchester City. And Chelsea's defense in recent weeks have been pretty shocking. They conceded 3 goals against West Ham, 3 goals against Zenit, 2 goals against Leeds United, and these are not like top sides. So Chelsea's defense is crumbling, and if that keeps happening, they will start dropping points and they will fall away. And Stan Collymore also weighed in on where Liverpool should strengthen in the summer transfer window or even in the January transfer window. He said when Liverpool have the resources, the financial resources, more than likely in the summer window to be able to upgrade 2 or 3 in midfield, and I think that's an obvious place to start. That's where games are won and lost. Aston Villa for me lost the game and lost the momentum in central midfield. You only have to look at recent Premier League winners, including Liverpool, to know that the 3 in midfield, they dominate the game, dominate the result. That's been the same whether it be Chelsea becoming champions of Europe, whether it be Man City winning the title or Liverpool winning the title. I don't see Ox getting in even for 2 or 3 games into Man City's midfield or Chelsea's midfield. Liverpool have got what they've got, but I certainly think Ox plus 1 or 2 others would be looking to be upgraded in the summer. I don't think I'm being a revolutionary here by saying that. I think this is just a fact. And yes, I want Oxlade-Chamberlain to come in and play well, and he has come in and played well for 2 or 3 games, but today against Aston Villa, I think he could have done more genuinely for Liverpool. I think he could have done more when he has been fit and being able to do so. And yes, I agree that probably Oxlade-Chamberlain should have more goals and assists for Liverpool. He's just not decisive enough in the final third. Yes, he can score brilliant goals on his day, but he hasn't been doing that consistently enough. Yeah, he has been a decent signing for 30 million, but that's the problem, nothing really spectacular, and I think he should have scored a lot more goals for Liverpool. And Paul Merson also criticized Oxlade-Chamberlain. It has never been his position, the false 9 position, Merson said. So you are asking someone to play in a position that isn't his position, so it was hard for him. Aston Villa sat very deep, they pinned them back, Liverpool. For me, I thought he found it a little bit difficult today. The problem I have is that Takumi Minamino showed in recent weeks that he has been in good form, he is scoring goals, getting assists when he's playing. But even when Jota, Firmino, Origi were all out injured, Minamino still didn't get a start at Liverpool. And that's worrying for me that he's so far down the pecking order that Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp would rather start Oxlade-Chamberlain up front as a false 9 instead of Takumi Minamino. But maybe Liverpool thought that Oxlade-Chamberlain could do more, or Jurgen Klopp thought. I'm not sure if I agree with that, but we won the game. That's the most important thing, and I think we played very well. We should have won it with 3 or 4 goals. But it's worrying for Minamino that he can't even get the start, even when Origi, Jota and Firmino are all out injured. And Trent Alexander also said that the wins that you have to work really hard for feel like the best wins out of all of them. He said, I think last week obviously gave us the belief to keep on going. It was frustrating again, looking to go the same way as it was last week, but obviously we scored the goal earlier and saw the game out. Last 10-15 minutes was tough for us. We stopped playing football, we stopped playing the way we played the rest of the game, and we let Aston Villa a little bit into the game, to be honest. They created chances and opportunities, and that's something that we need to work on. It's something that can't happen, to be honest. We need to see those games out a lot more comfortably. And yes, it was because Liverpool couldn't take their chances earlier. If it would have been 2-0, then it wouldn't have been a big problem. These games where you win 1-0 probably feel the best. It's always good to blow teams away and win 5-0, 4-0. But the ones you really have to work hard for, last week, this week, these are the ones that you know really matter. When you are kind of expected to draw these games, and these could be draws. So those ones where you find a way to win, it just shows the mentality and it means a bit more. And Salah scoring 21 goals in 22 games. And also he has the most assists in the Premier League. He is in the best form of his life. He's the best player in the world right now. And it's a frightening form, Trent said. There's not even a handful of players that can say they are putting up those numbers in the last 5-10 years. You have got 2-3 max that are going at it at a high level, week in, week out. I can't remember the last game he didn't score or assist, to be honest. It's getting ridiculous, but it's credit to have him in the team. He's an outstanding lad. He works hard for it. It doesn't come by luck. You see him on a daily basis, working hard, putting in the work, taking care of himself. Deserves every applause that he gets, every award. He deserves to be spoken so highly of. No one around here can say a bad word about him. And that's a brilliant way to end this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.